Yes, good morning children. In the last class we have learned about the physical properties of matters and non-matters. Today we are starting with the chemical properties of matters and how it behaves with the material like oxygen, water and all. In this lecture we are just reacting of the matter with oxygen and water only, and then we will start with a particular new topic in the next lecture. Let us discuss about chapter number 1 where we have learned that metal like magnesium ribbon के बारे में हमने बात की थी that whenever magnesium ribbon burn in the presence of air what happen. So we have seen that we have to rub the layer of oxide which is there formed, thin layer of oxide which is there formed on magnesium because it give interference in burning process. So we have to rub it with the sandpaper, we have to remove out that layer and then we are just keeping that magnesium ribbon over a flame for burning. So what happened? It produces white dazzling light. So it is advisable to wear spectacles when we are doing this practical to protect our eyes. Okay children? So very first when we talk about magnesium metal, whenever it reacts with oxygen, O2 will produce magnesium oxide. Along with that, it produces white dazzling light. That is a grey color power. And when we see the equation, it is partially balanced by 2 and 1 magnesium. So now we will see that equation is a fully balanced equation. So very first that whenever metal react with oxygen, it produces metal oxide. Now we see the nature of metal oxides. Whenever we talk about that oxide, any of the metal oxide like metal oxide that is Mg or CO, whenever they are dissolving them into water, they are producing a substance that is magnesium hydroxide. To check the nature of this substance, when we are just pouring that magnesium hydroxide into a test tube and then we are taking a blue litmus paper and red litmus paper, it turns red litmus paper into blue, indicating that metal oxides are always basic in nature. Second example already we have discussed, that is when the copper metal is going to be get heated, it produces copper 2 oxide. Okay, so copper when they are going to be get heated, it produces black color powder of copper 2 oxides. Then aluminium, whenever aluminium metal is going to be get heated, it produces aluminium oxide. Now when we talk about aluminium oxide and zinc oxides, they are known as amphoteric oxides. यहाँ पे एक नई टर्म हमें पढ़नी है, just see over here, amphoteric. Amphoteric oxide are those oxides which behaves with acidic and basic solution, which can behave which behaves as acidic as well as basic solution. तो एग्जाम्पल दिया हुआ है बुक में, टेक्स्ट बुक में, that whenever aluminium oxide is react with 6 molecule of HCl, it produces AlCl3, 2AlCl3 plus 3H2O. Okay, so that is one particular oxide which whenever react with hydrochloric acid produce salt and water. In same manner, it is also react with the base, that is sodium aluminum and NaAlO plus H2O. 2H2O. So you can see here that it produces 2 NaAlO. So this is the reaction which are they given in the textbook, that Al2O3, examples of amphoteric oxide, that is Al2O3 and ZnO. These are the examples of amphoteric oxide. They can react either with acid and base both, so they are known as amphoteric oxides. Children, now we see the reactivity of oxygen towards metal. जो भी मेटल है, कौन सी मेटल ज़्यादा जल्दी रिएक्ट करेगी, कौन सी कम करेगी, कौन सी रिएक्शन नहीं करेगी, ठीक है. सो व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट सोडियम, पोटेशियम, they are the highly reactive metal, they vigorously react with oxygen. Then after when we are coming to magnesium, calcium, then iron, they are just forming a layer of oxide on it, and that's why they will take some time to react with oxygen. When we talked about iron blocks are taking longer time for burning, but when we talked about the powder of iron, they will get burned easily. And when we talked about copper, same thing, hot metal of copper is react faster with oxygen, burn easily with oxygen, whereas the cold copper, the main original copper cannot react that much faster. And the metal which do not react with water at oxygen at all, that is silver and gold. So now let us see the reactivity of the particular oxygen towards metal in a chart form, children. So this is the reactivity series of metals toward oxygen. You can see the metal potassium, sodium, they can easily react, whereas silver, gold and mercury, they do not react with oxygen under normal conditions also. See thoroughly, children. So here, that is with oxygen and air we have learned. Now we have three types of water, children: cold water, hot water and steam. So let us see that how metal react with the water, that may be cold, that may be hot and everything. So metal can react with cold water. यहाँ पे हमें cold water लेना. So they produce metal oxide plus hydrogen gas. So three of the metals they can react with cold water, that is sodium, potassium and calcium. So whenever I am writing about the metal, that is sodium, potassium and calcium, and I am writing water, see the change, and then I am explaining that it produces sodium oxide, hydrogen gas plus heat, K2O plus H2 plus heat. Okay, so here we have 2 calcium, 2 sodium. Okay. So you can see here, you can see that heat is going to be the generated for the first and second reaction. When we talk about sodium and potassium metal, they vigorously react with water, and there will be chances of accidental fire, so they are always immersed in kerosene. But when we talk about calcium, calcium reacts with less reactive with cold water. It does not violently react with water. Yes, it reacts with cold water, but whatever the heat is generated is not going to be generated by we can say that calcium, metal calcium. So here is a formation of whatever the hydrogen gas is going to be then generated, that bubbles are going to be stick on the surface of the calcium metal. That bubbles are there going to be there, and that's why calcium metal floats on water. Okay, so that is one particular reaction of metals with cold water. Sodium, potassium and calcium, they are going to be react with cold water, but to vigorously react with water, that is sodium and potassium, yes, violently react with water, that is calcium. Calcium is there react with cold water, and it less violently react and it produce hydrogen gas. The bubbles of hydrogen gas are going to be sticked on that particular surface of the metal, and that's why it is floats on water. Okay, now when we talked about the hot water, the metals which will react with hot water, that is magnesium. Magnesium is there react with hot water, it is not react with cold water. So that metal is magnesium. So magnesium when react with water, we produce magnesium oxide along with hydrogen gas. It is also going to be there float on water due to the formation of hydrogen gas. Okay. Now when we talk about the steam. Okay. So steam, or we can say that water vapor. So that metals are Fe, air and Zn. These three metals do not react with hot water as well cold water. They react with steam. Okay, so they react with steam only. let us see the particular formulas, how they are going to be react, how iron is going to be react, it produces iron oxide and hydrogen gas. Let us see the formulas, chemical reactions of this in a particular next slide, that how they are going to be there react. So you just see that steam के साथ जो react करते हैं FeAl and Zn, they do not react with cold and hot water, they react with steam. Let us see how they are going to react with steam, children. So you can see this reaction of water or steam, reaction with acid and reaction with oxide of carbon. That's what we have to learn in the next class. And next slide we have just learned about the reactivity towards air, water and acids. This is the reactivity series towards air and water. Reaction with acid is the remaining, which we will see in the next lecture, children. See this reaction thoroughly, all the reactions. It is going to be asked in the exams. Thank you and have a nice day, children. Allah Hafiz.